You mean
This is the thing, right? A dude, I think a dude is more likely to lose friends when it comes down to a relationship or a marriage.
See, I'm completely honest. I'm on the opposite side.
Yeah,
of that.
man, I'm on the opposite side too.
Huh?
Elaborate. I don't agree.
I feel like especially if your friends are not in committed relationships or married or anything like that.
Yeah,
you're going to. There's going to be a distance that's going to build.
That's frowned upon.
What's frowned upon?
In dude, with dude law, that's frowned upon. Can't exchange over a woman. Like
you got married.
No,
you don't even come around.
It's not even.
It's like you acting funny style. Like
it's not
you got
changing,
your nose
though.
up her butt.
No, it's not even that. I don't think. Honestly,
you know what I mean?
I don't think it's even that. I don't think it's that because you got to think like the way you don't do the same things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
until you do, you have to make time to do those things. What do you mean you don't do the same thing?
So
still, everything wasn't always chasing women. You still had other things in common. You still rooted for the same teams, or maybe you had opposite teams, and those teams play each other. There's still always big fights. There's always, you know what I mean? And let's take it even off of sports, because my best friend doesn't even watch sports, you know? So we kind of bond over like music and other things. Oh, we just sit around and just drink and just talk. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like we've been married, unmarried, and it's just like, nah, that's the homie. I still talk to him every day. We're gonna find something to talk about. Let me talk to you about you. Like,
right?
That's
okay,
my friend. Like, I don't understand that.
I'm gonna bring that point into play where Ron says that you don't do the same things.
Mm-hmm.
I have a family member friend that is as close as I could possibly imagine. And over the last, I would say, year or two, we haven't seen each other as much as we used to.
Mm-hmm.
Based on, yes, me pouring myself into my family situation.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make us any less friends. You feel what I'm saying? I don't look at it like our friendship is doomed because of that. It's just, I see the nigga when I see him. And then when we do, we're going to kick it and laugh about shit we did when we was 9, 10, 11. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think, the way she's making it seem is because guys don't see each other as much as as they used to.
Yeah.
That the friendship is in some sort of disarray. When sometimes women, I feel like when they don't see each other, the friendship is in a disarray. But with guys, it's just, my nigga's over there, I'm over here.
We take it personal.
No, we don't take it personal.
I totally agree. We don't take it personal, but it's easier to kind of, all right. If the relationship, right now, you're talking about somebody that you grew up with, that's like a family member or family member friend for like since you guys were mad young, right? But let's use an example of a gentleman that works a job, and most of his friends, like he might have a brother or something like that, or he may have a friend or two that is from his home back, his hometown or something like that, right? But he's moved to a new city or something like that, and he basically he gets his social fixed through his wife and work and things like that. If he doesn't have that job or he's not with that woman, he's not really connected to anybody. You know what I mean? Because first of all, men don't really, like if the only thing that we kicked it on the surface and it was like, yo, we watch sports and shit like that. All right, yeah, all right. Like if you're not my homie from day one, or we don't got no time on the clock like that, it's like, all right, yo, yeah, I was cool with son. I knew him for years. We used to speak every day, whatever, da-da-da. You know what I mean? How many times have you worked at a job?
Oh, all the time.
You got a homie that you speak to every day.
All the time.
Then when you don't got the job, then it's like.
But isn't that a people thing?
My work friend. That was my.
Is that not more of a people thing than a guy or a woman thing? That's a people thing. I think.
Like my wife, she worked at a job for years. She had a friend that she used to kick it with all the time. Now, mind you, after she left, she still kicked it with her. Now they don't kick it. It took time, like for them to like totally the relationship to kind of like, all right, now we might see each other on social media, but that's it.
Yeah.
But they years after she had left the job, she was hanging with her, calling her, speaking to her, whatever. Men, the same way they build connections quicker, they're not as deep. They're willing to like, it could be over that fast too.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel like.
I've had
the clip is
great
saying.
friends that I work with, and I'll bump into them in like the world, and it's like always the craziest thing. Like I'll see a guy at like I saw one dude delivering mail in Queens, and I looked, and I was like, I know you. And we sat and talked on the corner for like 5 minutes. We caught up, and it was like.
But is that right? But is
like
that
keep it moving? Whatever.
Is that a lonely thing? No, I'm not. I'm not sure.
No, it's not. No, but if
we don't.
All right, now if you're basing your friendships on that, yeah, you're probably gonna be lonely.
Yo, bro. Yes.
If you don't got nobody if you don't got no sandbox, if you don't have nothing that you can go back to, if you don't have like concrete, a foundation of homies, a band of brothers almost.
That's what we have to kind of sit and kind of like put on the table.
Right.
As far as the definition of it. Right.
Yeah.
So just because I got such and such at work, this, that, and the third, whatever. Like, I mean, that's not homies.
Unless you pour into it and you make it that. If you commit yourself and you be like, yo, I like this dude, like, pause, whatever, but like, yo, I like this guy. He's really cool. And we talk and like,
men are not gonna do that.
Yo, if
it don't happen
his garage
naturally,
is the spot. If his garage is the spot, y'all watch the game there, y'all drink your beers there, and you could actually talk to him every once in a while when it gets kind of quiet about whatever's going on, and you could actually build something off of that. You can make that into a real long-lasting friendship.
No, you can, but like, okay, it's a very important thing that you said, right? You gotta kind of build a deeper connection.
You have to build, you
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, we stay away from that as men.
Why? What? I don't understand that.
I think there are a lot of them are just based on proximity. I think a lot of just friendships are just rooted in proximity.
I grew up watching my father. Friends. My father had friends on friends on friends. He had so many friends. He had friends like
really real friends.
He had friends from back in Haiti when he came over. He had friends from when he first started working from Queens. He had friends from when he had friends here. He's a neighbor guy too. So he make friends with all his neighbors. All of my neighbors were at my house every weekend, barbecuing, or we were at their house. He's in Florida now. He's had all his neighbors are there popping in, bringing food. He's over there. He's just the guy, and I don't even see it. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen how he does it. It's just, I don't even know if people gravitate to him, but he's never had a problem making friends.
Yeah.
Like he's a man that I've never had to worry about being lonely. He's always on the phone, checking on this one. And a little bit of that, I've learned that because like I kind of wanted that. Like his friends seeing me grow up. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's like I learned to nurture my friends from that. He asked about my friends. You know, when I speak to him,
he's that type of guy.
How is this guy? How is this guy? How is his son? How is this guy? You know what I mean? So if you don't nurture your friends, you're not gonna have friends. There's anything in life, if you don't work on it, if you don't, remember I had the conversation with you maybe like a year ago about a friend that moved away. And I just call him and I talked to him on his voicemail. He never called me back. Yeah. I'm just letting them know that, yo, dog, when you're ready to talk, I'm still here. Like there's nothing wrong. There's nothing. I'm just reaching out to just say what's up, like, and that's just the way you should kind of carry yourself if you want friends. I don't know.
I believe, like I said, initially, I feel like we're kind of jaded in the sense that we have friend groups, but I have people like I worry about my younger brother. Like it seems like he doesn't really have homies that I really see him with on a regular basis. I don't know. I couldn't tell you like who. That's my brother's best friend or something like that.
Did he play sports?
No, he didn't play sports. Didn't play sports.
That's one thing. That's one That's a cheat code.
I heard he has like work friends and things like that. But I what I'm talking about is like, yo, sandbox people he went to high school with, middle school with, and all that good stuff. And you know what I mean? And
if he was looking for him, somebody you could call and know where he might be
exactly, at. Exactly. I don't know nobody that other than my mother. That's it, right? I got an uncle. I have an uncle that's like, I think he's on the same trajectory as him. That's like, he's older. He's to himself, very, very quiet guy. He'll go vacation by himself, go somewhere, whatever. But I don't know any of his friends. Like my uncle that passed away, he was very social. He had a bunch of friends. You know what I mean? Like all over. I know somebody here, whatever. You know what I mean? And even when I look at my pops, right? My pops knows a lot of people, but do I know his true friends? I want to say the people that were his true friends that I've known when I was growing up, they passed away.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, he doesn't seem like he's building, he's not like antisocial. But what I'm saying is that it's a difference between acquaintances or people that like, yo, I'm going to hang with such and such, such and such.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is my homie. And that's why I said we need to kind of pinpoint what it is, because people could be social and still be kind of lonely.
I think it's effort. I think it's wholly and completely on effort. I think it hinges completely on if you want to put the work in, if you want to be bothered.
Is there
everybody likes to be? I mean, no, that's crazy. Everybody does not like to be alone, but most people relish their alone time and their quiet time.
Yeah,
and it can be kind of intoxicating.
Not all the time.
No, but it can be intoxicating. It can be really convenient to be by yourself.
All right. My question is it a bad thing to really not have friends like that? Because, people are very disappointing. People will disappoint the shit out of you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, well, I even put myself through it, right? In this day and age of modern dating and things like that, it can be very disappointing. And it's like, why even bother?
That's a half glass. That's a half empty way of looking at it. If you want to look at it half full, people are great, people grow, and why not be part of their story? Why not be part of their lives? Why not go to their weddings and their baby showers and their kids' birthday party and watch their family grow and be there with them and talk to them every step of the way, to have this story that you guys are kind of building on your own, your friends, the homies,